Hello everybody and welcome to another Age of Empires video. Today I'm taking on another hard opponent. This clip or this video I've decided not to speed up because the match didn't really take so long. I'm playing as the Mayens, or a tough situation for civilization for me to get used to, I found. Yeah, we'll get into this game. Now, of course, I send my villagers and my scout out to do their thing as they usually do. And one of the scouts helped me a bit with scouting. Not that he actually scouts much in the end, but yeah. Oh well. Now, the start is actually not too bad how I'm doing here. But yeah. Later on I run into some difficulty. Okay, now it's nice to actually view back my stuff real time rather than sped up. I can actually guess how I'm doing a bit better this way. I definitely did a few things very much wrong in this playthrough, and yeah, I'll have to bear the consequences of this as well. Okay, sent my first villager to wood. Then I sent some more villagers to wood later on. And what this sheep did scout out is actually the boars, so that's it's a very nice thing. This way I don't have to send my scout to do this. But yeah, unfortunately the start of this was also a bit yeah, it's strange how much small things can put you off. For instance, I had one villager more at the start, and yeah, this was strange for me. Also, I didn't actually have any cavalry, which later on came to bite me. Okay, now there's more and more villagers I'm putting on, slowly but steadily coming out of my town center. I'm quite happy with how I went in the start of this match. It's definitely not perfect, but I'm content with how I played at the first. But later on, I dropped a few. I dropped the ball a bit. Amongst which is actually this this villager here. I'm looking for the boar, and yeah. When I do eventually, I mean, I could swear that I actually properly clicked this villager. It shoots twice, and I could swear that I properly clicked it to walk in a certain direction. But for some reason, this villager stops walking and gets killed. There you go. Never actually walked towards this boar. I have no clue why I didn't walk away from it, like I actually asked him to. But yeah, for some reason it didn't. Anyway, now I'm having to send the second villager over, which is of course very unfortunate. Now villager shoots twice. I'm taking some extra time to make sure it actually the villager is actually moving in the correct direction. Yes, there he goes. I should have sent those villagers to bring back their food before I sent them to attack the boar. That way the food would not get lost in the way it did now, which is would have been better, but unfortunately I did not think of this. Now you can actually see that I cannot continue villager production because of it, which is of course always bad. So I decided to research loom instead. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it will do. I should be scouting a little bit more now, but all in all my scouting was not too bad this match. I saw what I needed to see, and yeah, also I checked out how my enemy was doing and stuff like this. Could have done more though, so I suppose things could have been better. But that's more or less always the case, so... Sent a villager to collect my second ball. decided I've checked the immediate surroundings of my base enough, and to send out the scout to find my enemies, or my enemy, which in this case is actually the trying to remember here what he was. The Mongols. Yes, that's correct. It was the Mongols, and yeah, things do not go. I'll just let you see what happens. And, yeah. This time I wasn't. I checked my villager and I actually saw what was going on, so I could get it back. My timing is a little bit off. Should probably have gotten a villager out to that quicker, but I chose not to. Okay. Now there goes the boar. Now here I get population blocked. It's always nice when this happens. Don't know what I actually do with this. I decide to just wait for it. This is the second population block I'm getting in the Dark Age, which is of course not good. I should be paying a little bit more attention to what's going on. I decide to put a small wall in a location there. Should have looked a little bit better. It would have been better if I'd done so further down. This would have been an all-round better idea, but yeah, I chose not to, and yeah. I mean, that's not too... Whoa, sorry, bumped the mic. It's not too dramatic, I think, that I placed this wall wrong, but it definitely did not help. Okay, so I'm just guessing that there's a river running through this entire map, and that there's one or two places where where I can actually cross the river. I think this is an accurate predicting, yeah, this is an accurate prediction, but I should probably have sent my scout as soon as I found the enemy. I should have sent my scout to check the waterline. I decided to place a mill next to my my deer, because there's quite a few deer there, and I think it's worth it. I mean, it's what, 700 food or something like this. Anyway, still building villages, luckily. Don't know why I'm not building villages right now. Oh yeah, I wanted to go up to the feudal age. Okay, feudal age is on the way. It's a bit of a strange timing, I feel like, 24 villages, but it felt right at the time, and I don't actually think it was a bad thing for me to do. I wanted to get archers out. I should probably have decided this a bit earlier, but as it was, I was in the feudal age. Well, it was marginally faster than my opponent, but I do eventually also make it to the castle age before my opponent, so all in all I think I did rather well. Okay. Put my first few villages on farms. Almost ran out of sheep. Yep. Decide to place a gold mine. This way my transition into the castle should be a bit smoother. Also, I think I actually used 2 villages of my berries. Yeah, there they go. There's number 1. Yeah, there's number 2. So 3 guys on gold right now, whilst the feudal age is moving up. I do actually see my opponent. I see what kind of opponent he actually is. I should, as I mentioned here, I know I have enough information now. He's putting some guys on gold, so I should probably expect him to go for the castle age rather smoothly. Perhaps a little bit of aggression in the feudal age, but we'll see. That's enough for me. I don't need to know more. I need to know how many access points there are on this river. And if there are, I should probably be trying to close them off or walling them off. This should have been my course of action, but I chose not to. And yeah, I think there's a number of things I definitely did wrong in this playthrough, but that was one of the major things. I still don't know if this river had more as well access points. If it did, then this wall of course wouldn't have worked, but I'm for some reason thinking that there are not many other access points to my base here, so I think this would have been the correct thing to do. I've got plenty of resources here on my end, so I should not be bothering with getting resources elsewhere, or keeping this this nice bottleneck open, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, things are slowly but steadily happening here. Gold is being collected well. I'm waiting for a bit more wood so I can start building my archery ranges. Or my blacksmith in this case. Should probably be building archers already. If I decide to go for some feudal aggression, then I should be going for it, not just a little bit, or maybe I should just go for it and try and cause as much possible damage as I can. I know where his gold mine is, I should probably be hitting it as hard as I can. If I can kill off 3 or 4 villagers, that would be absolutely catastrophic for my opponent. But yeah, I don't, and that's really unfortunate. Okay. Here I click Castle Age. Now, archer production. This is what I should have done already. I should also probably have been building a few, at least a few spearmen, perhaps. Perhaps this is a bit early at this time, but I feel like I need a little bit more on spears. But yeah, I chose not to. This is actually where I start to go wrong. When I have these archers and I send them out, I definitely make a few mistakes once I've reached that point. Now I do make a few farms here. I don't want to be short on food anywhere at any time. Notice my wood production. I think I actually balanced it rather well at the start. So here I'm actually very happy that I've built my spearmen, and I see that the enemy is going for cavalry. This should not be surprising, because the enemy is after all the Mongols, which have very nice cavalry indeed. So I should have been building more spears. It does have a few archers as well, which is of course, yeah, I mean, it also makes sense. The Mongols' unique unit, a very useful unit, I find. But also this unit is an archer, horse cavalry. It makes sense that he would be investing in archers as well. So, all in all, I should have been better prepared for this, I think is what I'm saying. I use this time, I hotkey my units to my buildings here, so that I can mask them up a little bit. My idea here is that these masked up units, when I send them out in a single go, I can actually cause some damage with them, rather than them being picked off one at a time. I mean, this is an unfortunate attack what I've got here, but it's not catastrophic. I don't think this is something that ends my game here. But later on, yeah, things could have been better. Okay, more archers. Basically trying to get my... I decided to build an Eagle Scout. I didn't do much. I think these Eagle Scouts are useful in situations, but I have not really found... I should look into them a little bit more. I don't know enough about the races I'm playing with, I find. I mean, some races, these hard opponents are not actually that hard for me. Other races are definitely difficult for me. I should probably read up on these races a little bit more, or at least pick the race I'm playing with. That way I have a bit of a plan going into it. I also like the random part of it. Perhaps I should just read up on these races in general, and then try and come up with battle plans as I go. Perhaps this is better exercise for me. Decided to put on a second archery. I know I'm good with archers. I know the Mayans have their plumed archers, which are very good. Also decided to get a monastery here. The reason I decide to do so is because I want to get my hands on as many relics as I can, keep my gold income nice and high. This way I can put on a lot more pressure. But here's something I'm doing wrong already. Not right now. per se, but later on definitely, I should also be building other units. So the spearman, I know he has cavalry, build spears, build spears, build spears, but that's because as soon as he gets into the castle age, you can just wait for the moment he starts building knights. And archers are definitely not the unit to use for this. But luckily, right now, I have a technology advantage. I'm using it, I'm causing damage to these fishing boats, which is a good thing. Fishing boats are economical units, it delays his food production, these are all good things. But I should definitely be mixing in other units as well. I mean, here I have one archer, I have an upgrade advantage, I'm in the castle age. I'm not really sure why I decided to attack this dock. It was a really stupid idea, so I shouldn't have done it. I should have kept going and harass his economy. I know where his gold mine is, I already mentioned this before. It's I scouted it out, I saw it with my scouty guy. But yeah, as I said, I just don't go for it. And I'm going to have to suffer with the consequences later. Here I pick off a few units, of course, very nice. I have this archer. Building my monk. I mean, this is still a part where I'm actually. I think I'm ahead here. In maybe not necessarily in points, but definitely in how I'm standing. I think a lot of these points of the enemy are actually from scouting. The CPUs already also always scout very thoroughly. So I think he already has like a 98% scouting, and this is all included in the calculation for the farm. Now, as I said, my archers are actually superior at that point. I should be upgrading to crossbowmen already, but I'm not. I don't think I am, at least. But I will shortly. I do realize this in-game that it would probably be a good idea to utilize this technology advantage I have. Ah, there we go, crossbows is researched. Actually missed me clicking this research. Thumb ring is definitely something I want, but for now I should keep the units coming. This is also something I don't do ideally this match, but I don't feel like this is a catastrophic failure of mine. Here I should probably already be building some units. I actually do get an infantry upgrade, increasing their speed. I figure this may be useful later, then I completely forget about building any more infantry units, which is very silly of me. I should have been building pikemen. Pikemen. This way I could have held the spot a lot longer. I see him building scouts, so I should know that he has a stable already, and therefore I should be expecting these knights. But actually, even when I start seeing the knights, he's actually in the castle age and building knights. He's still... I still try to do this with crossbowmen for way too long. Here I should be producing pikemen non-stop. I have the advantage, build these pikemen, I have a chokehold, I don't need an enormous amount of them to keep them away from my archers. It works. I mean, even if I decide to take down this dock with my archers, which is not a brilliant idea, I should be sending them forward, causing damage, but I'm not. But I have a chokehold to defend, so it's not a terrible idea. So yeah, unfortunately I just don't do it. I think it's my single greatest mistake is just relying completely on archers this game. This does not win you matches. I mean, I can build, I simply cannot build any cavalry. Would definitely have been useful this match. He does build a lot of skirmishes, and right now I have the technology advantage. But I'm not sure if I actually have it by the end of the game. I think I do. I don't actually think these skirmishes outrange me at any point, but I should have been investing in it a little bit more. Decided I did not want to get population capped again, so I'm building houses like a crazy person. But I should probably also already have more guys on stone, so I can get my plumed archers going. Another mistake I made. Yeah, it's not necessarily a terrible mistake. I mean, these crossbowmen are definitely not bad. They're serving me well for the time being. But also more town centers. I should probably be having 3 town centers already. But I don't have enough villagers to do so. So yeah, there's definitely a number of things that could have gone better here. Okay, I do have a few guys on stone, so it's not like they're entirely alone here. But there's things I should have done Should have gotten this more. I mean, this villager here I don't need the extra food right now. I need wood, I need stone. So that's where I should have been sending them. Now here the skirmishers, as I mentioned, they don't actually outrange me right now, so I shouldn't actually be in too much trouble. But however, I should be adapting my strategy a little bit. I should be sending some pikemen. I mean, they're trash units. They don't actually cost any gold. And later on, this lack of gold is actually keeping me from going to the Imperial Age and again attaining a technology advantage. If I would have gotten it sooner, maybe I could have made a difference. Also, Siege Workshop would have been very useful here. Send a few rams out. I would have had this dock down already. Probably something I should do if I get ahead here, first night, I should be building pikemen. I really should have been building pikemen now. But I notice I still have a vast excess of archers, and I think I can handle it for the time being. This is not a very good idea, of course. This should have been a siege workshop, I think. Here we go, I'm building guys. I should probably, here I decide to, no I don't. I eventually decide to get stone, or what is it, deep stone mines? Is that what the upgrade's called? Anyway, I only have 3 guys on stone. I don't think it actually makes that dramatically a difference. I should be putting more guys on it instead. But I don't, of course. Here I want another town center, but I cannot afford one. So I forget about it and do other stuff, and later on then I try to once again build a town center, but then I don't have the stone to do it because I decided to start building a castle. Okay, now at least his dock is almost down. Could you imagine if all these arrows, I mean, clearly he doesn't have the units to deal with me right now. So I should be using this advantage I've got to send a proper attack. I should have done this a long time ago. I mean, here I'm actually starting to run into trouble because of the amount of knights that are coming my way. This should have been a sign to me that his economy is getting up to speed, and yeah, it's he's on an economic point of view he's outgrown me. The CPU is apparently better at this than me. And I'm definitely starting to run behind on that regard. I should be sending my attack. I mean, I should have sent it a long time ago, but whatever doubt there should have been in my was in my mind should have been gone by now. I should have sent it. I'm basically relying on this. Here, I've got a nice heap of units. Actually, just send them forward a little bit, but then what do I attack? I don't think I here. This guy also, I basically suicided on the villagers. Very bad idea. I see he's taking a lot of gold. This I could have used, I could have sent my archers around and killed all those villagers. Also, with a siege ram or anything basically. Siege, the catapult, anything would have basically been better than just me trying to cram out more archers and solving my problems that way. Here, a lot of guys come my way. I do recognize that this will probably be a very difficult fight, so I send more of them forward, but just try and imagine what even 5 or 6 pikemen would have done in this situation. They would have completely changed this battle around. And I'm still not building them. Eventually I get the right idea, but by then it's way too late. I mean, the more experienced people among you probably seeing where this is going right now, but yeah, there's no good hope for me making this happen. Also, I'm building a castle, which is definitely a good thing. The Mayans' unique unit is very, very powerful, but I should be building it with more than one guy, which is currently happening. And as you can see on the minimap, they're breaking through. I don't have a great deal to help me right now. Yeah, there we go. And only now do I decide, oh, I should have been building pikemen. I do get the upgrade first. I don't think these unupgraded guys actually make that big of a difference. Now, for now, they're actually ignoring my castle, but this won't take forever. Try to focus down these knights. I do actually have a monk. I could be using this guy to convert these knights. They're a pretty hard counter against knights, and this would actually also have worked if I would have masked a few monks to come with my attack, convert the knights, and yeah, we're doing good. But I also did not decide to do this. Here I'm contemplating how much of an idiot I am for not upgrading this or getting more guys on this castle. Now luckily the CPU is not too smart and is trying to focus down this castle real quickly. Of course this is not going to happen like this. Do get my third town center down, finally. Should have done this a lot earlier. Now, in theory what I'm doing here is not bad, but I should also be building more barracks as well. Just get more pikemen out, just get my military production out. My economy can definitely handle more military production, so I should be using it. My gold economy not, but I can be building pikemen, a lot of them, which is actually something I'm still not doing. I got the upgrade, but I'm not actually building any pikemen. I have all the resources in the world I would need to build them, but I'm not actually building them, which is of course very unfortunate. Convert a skirmisher here, not entirely certain this was such a genius idea, but I suppose it's better than nothing. I wouldn't be able to get to the knights anyway, so it's not too horrible. Yes, there's a monk. Luckily he dies. His monks are not something I'm particularly impressed by, so suppose it's not too terrible here. Managed to convert one of the knights. Unfortunately the other knights just slaughter me. My monk, that is. Get the other knight. Now here I actually have a 2v2 as far as the knights is concerned. I killed off the other guy. Still no pikemen, however. Spectacular. Still no more production buildings. Also still no more siege workshop. I never actually built a siege workshop. I've been a bit spoiled because so far I've been able to make do with knights and paladins, which are such brilliant melee units. They don't really need siege to back them up. It of course helps, but it's not as required as it is with archers. So I suppose this was a nice learning experience for me. I need more of this. I need to pay a little bit more attention. I mean, paladins by themselves are a brilliant unit composition because they're just that good. But when you're not using paladins, you should definitely be using a mixture of units and not just one type. Don't know where I sent those guys to. I have this one knight. I actually sent this knight to scout, I think. Don't know how far it actually gets. Nice to keep this. Keep an eye on the minimap here. See where it goes. Here I queue up a whole bunch of plumed archers. Still no pikemen, however. This is. Oh, there actually are pikemen. Okay, I've just not been keeping up with them. I'm building villages properly now. This is definitely a good thing. Decided to build a mill there just to make things a little bit more efficient. And here I'm in trouble. Now, of course, the CPU does not make the same mistake as I do and actually build some ramps. And a lot of knights as well. Here, things are starting to look really bad for me. And yeah. I've basically made too many mistakes at this point for me to still make it through. So here I basically have already lost. I mean, a player better than me could probably just beat these guys still at this point, but yeah, the reason I picked this difficulty is because it's still challenging to me. I mean, if I thought it wasn't challenging anymore, I would switch to something that was challenging, mainly the highest difficulty. But currently I have not done this. yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I'm going to lose this match. I've worked myself into a position where I just can't get down anymore. I do still... my economy is okay, I suppose. It's not terrible. Could definitely have been better, but it's not too terrible. Now here's basically the doom of my my play. That's when he starts sending in siege, I just realize how much it's done. If I would have, by the way, built a lot of pikemen, it's likely he would have gone for a composition with a lot more archers in them, which would of course would have been annoying, but it would also have meant that rams would have been terribly powerful. A lot of rams would then have torn apart parts of his base. My archers would have been able to cause damage to his economy, and things would have been a lot different. Fortunately, this was not to be. I did not do all these things that I suggested for myself here. So yeah, I'm going to have to pay better attention next time. Now, for those of you interested, what's going to happen once I've beaten the hardest difficulty CPU? I mean, I've already beaten these mediocre CPUs, or mediocre, these hard CPUs once, but yeah, I did a few things wrong here. I don't expect to make the same mistakes twice, or perhaps a few of them, but all in all, I think I will improve next game. But once I'm all said and done, I'm considering playing against people. If I do play against people, so with multiplayer online, then I'm definitely going to bring you in for each and every single match I play. Win or lose, I mean, if I'm going to show a game where I lose against CPU, you can be pretty sure that I will show a game against people that I'll lose, but yeah. Here I've lost, basically there's already too much of an army there. I don't have any army at all, and it's just a matter of time before it breaks through. Here I actually make a desperation move, try to build a castle there. Don't know if it actually gets finished. I've already learned from my experience here that I should probably be building a little bit more, putting a bit more guys on this. Get all my plumed archers out of production. I've noticed that he's going to die anyway. There we go, there goes the castle. I see a lot of miners here in the bottom, I actually noticed this. So I think this mining camp to the bottom is actually being challenged, but as it turns out it's not. He has the goal to build it in the middle of my camp, and I can't really blame him because, well, there's nothing there to defend. So yeah, what's going to stop him? Oh, there's a large mass of units about to come to me, so yeah, things are pretty much over. I do try to keep going for a little bit in a vain attempt, but you can actually see they've already built it, so build my lumber camp a bit further back. I do also have that idea. Yeah, and here I see this horde making its way into my base, catapults. Actually looking for the resign button, which is apparently not present in battles against the CPU, so yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of me getting my ass handed to me by a CPU. Next time I'm hoping to improve my my standing, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Enjoy this last division with me losing this match. There we go.